Good morning and welcome to Pinetop-Lakeside. I almost said the Pinetop Chamber. Good morning and welcome to Pinetop-Lakeside, Arizona. My name is Mike Bosley and I'm joined by Jeannie.
Jean Bagovac, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Now, the Fall Festival Parade is kind of the unofficial kickoff of fall here on the mountain.
Absolutely. We are enjoying some beautiful fall weather. The thermostat, I think, said 48 this morning I got up. So, yes, it's brisk in the morning, beautiful in the afternoon.
That's right.
Yes.
It's like, in the mid-70s, which is almost shirt weather for us. So also we would like to thank a lot of our sponsors.
Yes.
We've got three major sponsors. Big thanks to Summit Healthcare. Of course, they help put this on every year. Also, The House. Big thanks to The House. And the newest attraction in the Wagon Wheel area, the Truck Stop. Have you been there yet?
I have been to the Truck Stop. It was a lot of fun. Oh, my gosh. And for kids, we turned into kids. That's what happened. We were playing the Connect 4, yes.
So we are going to go ahead and just start and welcome to the beginning of the parade. Now our first entry, of course, the color guard of the Pinetop-Lakeside American Legion Post 60 from White River and the Pinetop-Lakeside VFW combined there. Also, we have a 1943 Jeep right behind them, and that's driven by Richard, who is also a member of the VFW 2364.
All right, and coming up after that, we have a 1947 Army Jeep that's driven by Al Jones with the VFW 2364 as well.
And he is waving, and what a beautiful Jeep. And it looks like to be an Air Force kind of laced Jeep, so big thanks there. Also, we have, here's the 1974 coming up behind him. We'll see that 1974 Air Force Jeep. There it is. There it is. Now that's driven by John Beeler, and he, of course, is with the Pinetop-Lakeside VFW 2364. And right behind them, some good friends of ours, the Submarine Veteran Club of the White Mountains. There's their classic submarine. Oh, man,
my goodness, look at that.
Oh, yes. Beautiful replica of a submarine there carrying the American flag. You know, this year's theme is the Great American Heroes, and that is just so fitting to have these folks and veterans right at the beginning of our parade.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that classic fire truck. Oh, man. You know, they just don't make them like that anymore.
No, and we heard that from a long ways off, too. We've been waiting. We've been waiting.
They've been on their way. Now, here is all part of the Timber Mesa Fire and Medical District. Now, they are dedicated to consistently providing superior emergency safety and educational services for their customers. Now, the department runs on a variety of calls ranging from house fires to hazardous material incidents, wildland fires, to medical calls in our 100-plus square mile district. That is a huge district to be.
Sure is.
I
yes,
mean,
it is.
man. Now, the Timber Mesa Fire and Medical continues to grow in order to keep up with the needs of their customers and the growth of the community. Timber Mesa Fire and Medical District and the areas formerly known as Linden, Lakeside, and Sholo Fire Districts, and constantly strive to gain and hold the respect and loyalty of the communities they serve. In fact, I remember seeing recently they just celebrated their 5-year anniversary of being the Timber Mesa Fire District.
And we sure appreciate all of their efforts and what they do for our community.
Man, those guys are hardworking. Yes, thank you so much to the guys, red, blue, and all the other service colors. There's the and a big thanks to them. Waving good morning to you here from beautiful Pinetop-Lakeside.
All right, coming up next, we've got the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 41 Juniors. This bunch is from Phoenix, Arizona, and they are a nonprofit group of young people who help bring happiness to disabled and retired veterans and remind everyday citizens to thank a veteran for their service.
And of course, there is an icon for the Humane Society of the White Mountains. that right there is a Spot. Now, the Humane Society of the White Mountains is located there off Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside. Now, of course, they're a nonprofit organization, and they get no money from any of the national or state humane societies. All the money that comes in through the doghouse and adoptions and everything else they do stays right here on the mountain. Now, their hours of operation are Tuesday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come out, check the shelter. Also, check out the websites as well as HSWM. And, man, they're walking around. We've got some dogs walking. We've got Spots walking. Hey, and look, they're accepting some donations. All right, so there's lots of pictures of the dogs and floats. And
yeah, it looks like there was lots of Spots coming down the road there, I think, yes.
Lots of spots. Oh, now here is one of our equestrian entries, the White Mountain Sheriff's Posse. Now, it is always nice to see these guys.
The White Mountain Sheriff's Posse is a nonprofit organization focusing on search and rescue. They are an all-volunteer member organization made up of about 50-man roster of local community members. The White Mountain Sheriff's Posse's mission is to serve the community in any way that is needed.
And look at those guys, and man, yes, all volunteers, search and rescue, they can cover terrain that your average search and rescue can't. And these guys mount up and are always there for the community. Big thanks to them as they're gonna saddle up for a moment. Beautiful, beautiful day. In fact, it is a mere, 59 degrees, 57 degrees right now on this parade.
And a little breezy.
A little breezy, but it's kind of keeps the sun from getting too horribly hot.
Does. Yes, it does.
Now, just shortly behind the White Mountain Posse is going to be one of the new organizations here in town, and this is the Walking Down Ranch. Of course, right in front of you, still seeing the tail end of the Sheriff Posse. Now, the Walking Down Ranch, it's a veterans village, and the whole community came together and helped build this thing. And this community offers veterans and their families an array of services, including transitional housing, food, clothes, utility, medical transportation, phones, I mean, everything they need. So, and this is since being recognized as a 501c3, they have assisted more than 800 veterans here in the Arizona White Mountains. But you've got all these trailers for the White Mountain Posse. As you can tell, it is truly a posse. I mean, they got a bunch of vehicles, lots of horses.
Oh my goodness, in that posse, they've got Jeeps and trailers and everything else to go wherever they need to be.
And that is exactly what those vehicles do, get in that rough country. That being said, you gotta love the sound of a good old Ford engine right there.
I'm kind of more of a Chevy person.
Are you?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay,
yeah,
we will see. Dun, dun, dun. The classics of the American.
The classic, absolutely.
We need somebody, a Dodge fan. We need a Dodge
yeah.
fan around here just to complete it. Well, there's a Jeep for the White Mountain Sheriff's Posse. Of course, look at all of these people. Kids are just running around getting candy. This is just a fun time here in Pinetop-Lakeside. We've got more Sheriff's Posse. We've got the police riding around. Hey, somebody even came in. Ooh, is that candy to us?
Oh, they delivering? I think they're delivering to us here, yeah.
Oh, look at him. What a cute little kid. There is just so much family here in the Pinetop-Lakeside area. In fact, that's what I love about the community here, is it is such a small community. We're large. I necessarily don't know everybody, but we all come together when it's time, and that's what the White Mountains is really all about.
You know, you come here and you feel like you know everybody.
Right.
Even if you don't, yes.
And there is that Walking Down Ranch vehicle. That's the one that is a veteran-supported 501c3. They do lots and lots for the community. Of course, there's their 500 Club. Feel free, check that out online. 575 Club, pardon the misinformation there. So check them out online for the Walking Down Ranch. And that is still them. Of course, beautiful day with the American flag and the Arizona flag.
They flagged that up, didn't they?
They definitely did, the flag. Oh, now look at that, all dressed up for today, as today's parade is the Great American Heroes, and big thanks to Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center for bringing you this live parade. Of course, big thanks to Birdman Media as well, and that's how we're getting to you today. All right, now we've got the Forest Service and the Great American Wildlife Prevention Hero. And Smokey, gotta love Mr. Smokey. There's the Forest Service right behind them. So, got a beautiful...
Oh, more fire trucks. Got to have the fire trucks.
Man, those things, and those are other vehicles. You know, being here in the White Mountains, those vehicles need to be very versatile. Big wave to Smokey the Bear. 75 years, he has been an American icon, helping prevent forest fires. In fact, I mean, who doesn't know the joke, only you can prevent forest fires? Now, coming up right behind them is going to be the Tracks of the White Mountains.
Oh my gosh, and don't we just love our tracks, folks? It's a 32-year-old volunteer organization and growing, dedicated to using, promoting, preserving, and protecting more than 200 miles of multi-use trails throughout the White Mountains. Hikers, mountain bicyclists, cross-country skiers, and horseback riders enjoy the evolving White Mountain Trail system. Current membership of over 400 folks validates our chosen hero, John Muir, a famous naturalist and father of our national parks. He, Tracks, and many other White Mountain state national organizations inspire others to love and care for our beautiful outdoors. John Muir? Muir, okay.
Yeah.
Told us years ago, it's not the mountains we conquer, but ourselves.
And of course, right behind them is the Shriners. Now, this is the largest philanthropic organization in the world. Now, they operate 19 children's hospitals specializing in burn care, cleft palates, and other physical deformities with no cost to the patients. What a wonderful organization that is.
And what an amazing feat that they do that for the kids. It's just amazing.
With no cost, and I mean, you know, that none of the medical expenses these days are cheap. You can't get a tooth pulled for under $500.
Yeah, I think we've all seen a medical bill or two, and we really, really appreciate it.
All right, so now coming up behind them is the Yellow Jacket Marching Band. Now, the Yellow Jacket Marching Band.
Let's welcome them. It's under the direction of Jennifer Olney and drum majors Ariana Whitaker and Ariel Campbell. What an amazing job they're doing.
Man, you know, as a kid, I was in the marching band for a second, and let me tell you, those uniforms are hot. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yes.
So even though it is only 57 degrees here, I can promise you those kids are warm. And then upcoming is our royalty for the Blue Ridge High School homecoming for the 2019-2020 year. Let's see, we've got the king for the seniors and the queen for the seniors is Cameron Hansen and Skyla Rigg. Our prince and princess for the juniors is Ryan Flatterty and Hannah Horn.
Our prince and princess for the sophomores is Landon Rigg and Chloe Yerksmith. And for freshmen, we have Louise Perez and Anna Burgess. Congratulations.
Big thanks to them, and a big oversized cook, and that's a big oversized Dodge Ram. But look at that cook. Is he part of the high school culinary, is what I'm under the impression of. Oh, Mr. Zeeks.
Yes, I think I recognize that from their logo. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think I've driven by him a time or two, and I had to take a ride over there and check it out. Wonderful food there.
That is, I have not had the chance. It's been a busy summer, but come and join them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they're 476 White Mountain Boulevard in Lakeside. Enjoy their delicious menu. It's owned and operated by a local family. Oh, the White Mountain Radio. Of course, this is the first parade where we'll be missing Tommy Boy. He was a beloved DJ here in the White Mountains and a personal friend of mine as well. So this is all part of White Mountain Radio Fall Festival entry.
Yes, and I did get a chance to meet Tommy. He was my first opportunity to be on the radio. He made it very comfortable for me, and I definitely appreciate that. So this one is for him. We have his wife, Mrs. T, and their children, Kimberly and Joseph, walking with us today. Thank you, and enjoy the festival, they'd like us to know.
And they're all sitting up there enjoying their day. And that, of course, is the brand new wrapped vehicle for White Mountain Radio. Of course, I believe that was done by Vintage Sign Works. So that is a beautiful wrap on that vehicle. And coming up right behind them is the Lexington Life Academy. Now, these kids, very dear to me. We have them participate in another event called Derby Down the Deuce. It's so great to have these kids. Now, what Lexington Life Academy in Show Low is, they are an ADE-approved private day school. Now, Lexington Life Academy supports the growth of independent life skills and even provides real-life applications such as collie readiness, instruction, and job training. And these are all for kids that are autistic, all of those, disabilities. And so we appreciate and we definitely feel the love and let them know they are a part of our community. We love these guys. And
I understand they partner with all the local public schools. So if your student is struggling, give Lexington Show Low a call.
That's what community is all about.
Working together.
Working together. It's
yes.
all for the kids, and that's what we love. And coming up behind them, well, there's still the beautiful Lexington van.
Oh, and look at the streamers on that float.
Oh, yes. I've learned over the years, it's a lot easier to ride in the parade than to walk the parade.
Sure.
And there's the Blue Ridge Elementary School, and they're all sporting in their bikes. By the way, notice all safety helmets on all those kids.
Oh, very good. Got to keep it safe.
Got to keep them safe. So, I think they had just invented bicycle helmets when I was starting to ride bikes.
Yes.
Show a little bit of our age. But there they is, the Blue Ridge Elementary. Big thanks to them for coming out and being part of our parade today. Lots of kids, skateboards. Oh, are they handing out candy? Oh, yeah. Gotta love.
Oh, we got stars in our spokes of our bicycles and everything.
Yes.
They are all decked out and patriotic today.
It sure goes a lot farther than the card I had in my spokes when I was a kid.
Yes, it does, yes.
And here is our other equestrian entry for our parade, the White Mountain Apache Tribe Rodeo Royalty.
Rodeo Queen Maria Ortega, Rodeo Princess Tajale Masse.
You're doing great.
Oh, good,
You're doing great.
Rodeo Little Bit Kyle Ova, Little Bit First Attendant Taylor Dazen, Little Bit Second Attendant Cameron Aday. We are celebrating by honoring our great American heroes. We appreciate our military personnel and first responders along with their families. Thank you for your sacrifice and service.
Man, those horses are all dressed up. Those are some beautiful, beautiful.
And did you notice the flowers on the back? How beautiful.
The flowers. All right, and here is a Blue Ridge, of course. They are continuing down. I'm pretty sure they're maybe a little left over. Now, this is the junior high school. Okay. I was like, do we got some, a little accident there. See, training wheels only help to a point.
Yes. Oh, and then we've got a no hands.
Right,
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that's
we got it
safe.
All.
That's safe. We got a little man down. We got other no-handers rolling around. It's all kinds of fun, and that's all part of the community here in the White Mountains. Also, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors. Big thanks to Truck Stop. That is there in Wagon Wheel. They've got the beer stream, all kinds of food trucks coming around. And look, he is up and rolling again. That little man got back on that bike and kept moving. Big thanks as well to the house there in Show Low. A great place. They have cornhole tournaments. They have an, ice creamery.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, Red Barn ice cream place.
Well, they had me at the burgers, so, I didn't get there. Maybe I need to do the dessert first.
Yes, you've got to try that. Maybe that's the secret, dessert first, because, the burgers are so filling.
Oh, my gosh. And you can take the burger home. It lifts. It will last. And then, the ice cream, not so much in the car. So.
No, you got to eat that. Hey, all right, here is the exciting part of our parade, the Dance Academy. We have now, aren't you a prior dancer in your other days?
Oh, goodness, yes. 12 years of ballet and tap, yes. And apparently I still show it. So, yes, thanks so much for bringing that up.
You're welcome. Now they are promoting the greatest show, and they are part of the community. One of the larger dance studios here in the White Mountains.
They've been a part of our community now for 30 years. The Dance Academy is annually voted the best dance school on the mountain. Serious dance, serious fun is our motto. Come join our dance family.
I am a personal business owner here in the White Mountains, as well as you. And yes, I've had several employees that go to the Dance Academy. It's always fun working around those schedules for the shows and all the other stuff. Very happy to have them here.
Absolutely, yes. And so is that a coffee and a dance that people, folks get when they come there? Yes.
And maybe that's what the employees use, the coffee, and then go and do the energy dancing.
Yeah.
Maybe knows.
Very good.
All right, and there is our float tribute for the Dance Academy. We got some officers, we've got some firemen, a beautiful blue line flag right there. You know, I saw that vehicle this morning, and I was like, I wonder what. And now I get it.
Now
yeah,
it all
I see it
comes
all ready for
clear. Yes, yes.
The dew had smeared some of the paint on this side, so they obviously
You were up
redid it.
early.
Yes, yes, we were. Yes, we were.
Got to make the coffee.
Pretty much, pretty much. You were probably up early checking people out at
I
your
was
hotel.
up early getting our breakfast together. Yes, Antlers Inn. My husband and I, Stefan, I've owned it for 4 years now over in Pinetop. We love our guests and we love our town and just couldn't be happier to be here.
So have you lived here all of your life, or you moved up here and decided this is what you wanted to be?
You know, we moved up here and Pinetop was the Circle K on the way to Big Lake because my husband's a big fisherman and he couldn't be happier to be 45 minutes from his favorite fishing spot.
All right, now we've got some VA loans. Big thanks to those guys as they're part of our parade. It's all part of Advantage Realty. Now, Advantage Realty professionals, their Pinetop-Lakeside and Sholo offices, want to thank the military service members who have fought for our freedoms. Their float entry pays homage to the heroism of these brave men and women who have made possible every citizen's right to the American dream of home ownership. The VA Mortgage Program celebrates its 75th anniversary in 2019, and the program started in 1944 during World War II. The average home price was only $8,600. The program to date has given over 24 million VA loans. Their agents at Advantage Realty Professionals are honored to serve the veterans in our area and are knowledgeable in the process of helping them take advantage of their VA loan benefits in their next home purchase. Big thanks, and there is the Advantage Realty. Ooh, nice truck. Rev it up, buddy. Rev it up.
That must be one of them Fords you've been
must have been.
Yep.
Now coming up is the Crown Dancers, the Apache Crown Dancers, Outsay High School Indian Club. These guys are in every parade. It is a tradition to have the Crown Dancers become part of the parade.
Well, how neat is that? Sponsors for the club are Ray Escada and Charles David. Featured today are the Apache Crown Dancers, are the Gone or Mountain Spirits. Apaches believe that Usen, the creator, sent the Gone to the Apache people.
Now, the Crown Dancers, from what I understand, these are representation of their gods.
Their spirits,
Their spirits. And these spirits actually remove the negativity from your life. So they're at weddings and other festivities. The Crown Dancers are there to remove all the negative energy, so there's nothing but happiness. So big thanks to have their positive spirits here with us today.
Absolutely. And I believe that's part of the Sunrise logo is a Crown Dancer they have in their logo. So it all kind of connects with our Apache White Mountain tribe nearby.
And then you've got the drummers. I had no idea how major of a part the drumming is to the Crown Dancers. There's an actual rhythm and a language to the drumming. So it's actually very interesting if you dive into the crown dancers.
I think I can appreciate that. Being a dancer, as you had mentioned earlier, you got to have the beat, so you know, get to tell your feet.
Right.
Yep.
And as I was saying earlier, I have a 0 rhythm, so it actually works out that I'm an announcer, not a crown dancer. And here is a little...
This is really neat. Look at this.
So this is part of the ceremonial dance that the crown dancers do. This is just an amazing thing. And they are hopefully taking away all the negative spirits that we have today. I've noticed the wind has died down. Never mind, I lied. There's the wind again.
Well, I think they are bringing goodness from Pinetop. That's what it is. We got the breezes because they're bringing the goodness from Pinetop all the way to Lakeside. Yep.
That makes a lot of sense. I will say, those headdresses look heavy. Goodness gracious. I thought my hat was heavy, but those things, yeah, they... Whew.
I bet you they were up early too, doing that painting and the bells and yeah, all that stuff.
If I'm correct, they actually make their headdresses themselves, so that's not anything you order from Amazon Prime. Those are made right there by the by the Apache dancers. Our producer made a note that yes, it'll arrive on Sunday thanks to free one-day shipping. Now, I know it looks like there is no point to this, but actually they do have a whole rhythm, and there is a story that these dancers are telling as they're doing this ceremonial dance. Big thanks to them for coming.
Thank you so much for that. Right out in front, we got to see a front row seat. That was really a neat thing.
That being said, we've put a fun gap in the rest of the parade. Feel bad for the people below us. All right, so coming up next, I believe we have Equitable Title.
Oh, I think yes.
Beautiful 1932 Pontiac Coupe. It's going to be driven by Leslie Sloan and accompanied by Mary Bickerton with Equitable Title Agency. Between the two, they have over 85 years of experience in the escrow and title industry.
Well, that is definitely going to get you some good advice right there. They have a new approach to title and escrow services. They are located right behind the go-karts in Lakeside and in front of Joyce Furniture. We'd love to help you with your needs in selling or buying, or simply need a courtesy deed done. Please call them at 928-358-1485.
All right. And now we've got the Npc Kids Stem van. Of course, STEM is becoming so intricate in today's educational. And there it is. So yes, science, technology, engineering, and math. And that is the basis of STEM, as all the careers Nukes Day in the near future are coming to be that technological field.
And this van is made possible by a partnership through Science Foundation Arizona, Navajo County Education Service Agency, and NPC's Kids College program. This van travels all over Navajo and Apache County, taking STEM activities and learning programs to schools, libraries, homeschool groups, and other events to drive STEM education to children.
Now, right in front of you is the Eastern Arizona College Marching Band. The Eastern Arizona College Marching Band is under the direction of Jeff Despont. Drum majors are Jacob Culliver and Brittany Ewing. Their show this year is music from Journey. EAC has a proud tradition of marching band and is very happy to be here today. Earlier we saw a princess in front of the screen. I'd like to give her a shout out. That was Tila Johnson. She is the Junior Miss White Mountain Apache 2019-20. But as we are enjoying the Eastern Arizona College Marching Band, stopping right in front of the booth, giving us a front row show to this marching band.
And I was going to name that tune with you. It's Journey. So,
well, I guess I took the fun out of that game now, didn't I? And yes, I can definitely pick up its journey. I had to wait till the chorus kicked.
Yes,
No,
yes.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I actually
yeah.
knew this song.
I think we're going to need more than 4 notes on this one.
Yes. Man, look at these guys. Good to have them here. And once again, those uniforms look toasty.
Yes, they do. My claim to marching band fame, I carried the state flag in the Minnesota, my little hometown of Malacca. I carried the Minnesota state flag. That was my claim to fame.
The Minnesota.
In Minnesota, yes. Don't you know?
My claim to marching band was I actually played the clarinet.
Okay.
And marched there in San Antonio in one of the big parades. I was too young to really care what parade I was in. But that being said, that was the only parade I was ever in.
Yep, and you participated. That's all that matters. You were there.
Man, I did that once and was like, I am done with that. But played clarinet for many years, so I know the dedication that it takes to be in the marching band as they move along. Big thanks to them for joining us today. All right, and right behind them, if I'm correct, is the White River Elementary. Now, the White River Elementary honors Mary V. Riley and Chief Alcheze. Both demonstrated service, tradition, excellence, and leadership. Our students continue to follow their examples today. Our students are the future great Native American heroes. And there is their tribute to Chief Alcheze. Of course, Alcheze is the high school there in White River. That is what is, the school's named after Chief Alcheze.
Oh, very neat,
yes.
very neat. I was not aware of that.
We got these kids, got some nice dress on. Are they getting ready to throw candy? Oh, and then behind them is the crown dancers in training.
Oh, very good. And look, is that another Amazon? Oh, goodness.
And here's, so these must be crown dancers in training, and that's got to be what it is. But it's a beautiful day, and man, I wonder with the breeze and them being shirtless, how that's working out.
Well, they are dancing after all,
right,
so they've
so
got
body
they got a little blood moving.
Right.
Oh, and we're going to get a dance from them as well. How great is that?
By the way, did you know we're the judges for this parade?
We are the judges. If you got your favorite picked out,
I have been working on it. We're going to see. We've got a couple more floats. I will say it is going to be a little tough.
It's going to be a tough one today. Yes, it is.
They look a little more colorful than the older dancers. I don't know if the color wears off or if it just...
And I noticed symbols. They've got symbols painted on.
Oh, yes. Yeah. But the mass amount of bells is still the same.
Yes, yes. And lots of energy there.
Right. Yeah, there's got to be a very physical, demanding...
Not just walking and dancing.
Right,
yes.
Right. Luckily, it's not raining or anything. It's part of the beautiful weather of the White Mountains. Now, the White Mountains, it's actually about 20 degrees cooler than it is in Phoenix in any given time, plus or minus. So the heat of Phoenix, I was watching the weather this morning on the morning news, and it was like, we're only going to be at 95. And I was like, it's going to be a beautiful day in the White Mountains. And that is what we are really here for. I mean, we get all 4 seasons here in the White Mountains.
Absolutely, and when I tell folks, come up here, and it's not just that it's a cool mountain air, but it's clean, and you breathe, and you sleep so well, and all of that. It's just the whole atmosphere of just, shutting down and relaxing and all that.
And, it's amazing when you're coming out of the mountains into the valley, you see that layer of smog, and you're like, oh, I'm so happy I live where I live. All right, and now we've got the Solo High School Cougar Marching Band right behind them. Now, they've participated in the Fall Festival Parade for many years, and this is one of 4 parades that they march every year. Now, this band has been playing music from the 2019 Field Shadows Shades of Latin. The director is Marshall Pratt, and drum majors are Omar Chavez and Bryce Moore.
Well, thank thanks to them. They gave us the name of the song. We don't have to play
The guessing
name that
game.
tune. Yes.
And actually, I would not have been able to name this tune. I honestly would have failed miserably at that game. So thank you for helping me out, whoever gave us this script. That is wonderful. All right. And next behind them is, let's see.
Are we going to say this is the Damon sisters?
It must be the Damon sisters.
Okay, proudly representing their schools, Theodore Roosevelt and 7 Mile Elementary. From Theodore Roosevelt, Trina Damon, Miss TRS Queen, and from 7 Mile Elementary, Samantha Damon, Miss 7 Mile Elementary Princess. God bless your day and enjoy the parade is what they'd like to tell us.
All right, big thanks to them. And as we are reaching the kind of end of our parade, this is the town of Pinetop-Lakeside's float. They're proudly honoring all great American heroes, past, present, and future. And very patriotic. We've got the green line, the blue line, the red line. What's the green line? Does anybody know what the green line flag is for? It's got to be for the Forest Service, maybe? So, big thanks to them, and there is some more fire medical right behind them. And that is, of course, the loudest part of the parade is this section as we have all the sirens blaring. Kids just love this part, the fire trucks blaring their engines. And you're going to have Kelly Wood on one of those trucks.
Well, and I'm sorry to say it looks like this is done, and I have had such a nice time. This went by in just a wink, I think.
I agree. Time did fly, and it flies when you're having fun and just being part of the Fall Festival Parade here in the White Mountains. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Summit Healthcare. We've got the truck stop there in Wagon Wheel. We've got the house in Sholo. This is all being brought to you by Birdman Media. Also, big thanks to Antlers Inn. Jeannie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
My name is Mike Bosley. I'm with the Poor Station and Encompass Entertainment. Feel free and look either my business or your business up. Of course, quick, what are some things that we've got? Oh, there we go. So tell us real quick some of the things that sets Antlers Inn apart from some of the other places up here.
We are family owned. We are not a chain. We are comfortable, clean, quiet. We've got a wonderful courtyard where people go out and they make friends. And it's just a wonderful experience to enjoy our beautiful air and our pine trees, and come on by.
So look them up on Facebook, I assume?
I'm on Facebook, antlersinaz.com.
All right. And so we'd like to invite everybody. By the way, I'm Mike Bosley for the Poor Station coffee shop there in Sholo, Sholo's original drive-through. Like to thank everyone for joining this afternoon, this morning, and being part of Fall Festival. Now, there's lots going on here in the Pinetop-Lakeside area. We've got the car show there, Run to the Pines. So if you're in the area, swing by and check it out. It should be fun. We're going to call it a beautiful morning for everybody here. Thanks very much. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much for doing this with me. It was a blast.
Everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right.